Listen, she's a beautiful young lady, and there's a lot of beautiful young ladies in the WNBA. But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work. And when you do stuff like that and you're drawing attention to yourself because of that, that can be problematic for you. Picture this. It's New Year's Eve. Angel Reese posts a photo that's more look at me than game on. The internet explodes, and not in a good way. Stephen A. Smith goes off. And just like that, Reese's social media goes dark. But here's the million-dollar question. Was it worth it? Here's the part that I like about the backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself to the backlash and provoking the backlash. From WNBA rebounding leader to Instagram exile, Reese's journey is a cautionary tale for athletes everywhere. But don't worry. We're not just here to break it down. Smith didn't hold back, calling out Reese's attention-seeking behavior and comparing her to the ever-professional Caitlin Clark. You won't believe what he said about Reese's desperate cry for attention and how it's affecting her future in the WNBA. Are you ready? Let's go. Especially when the comparison is going to be drawn to Caitlin Clark, who isn't doing such things. That might not be fair. I'm not saying it is. And you certainly have the right to dress how you want, and to do what you want, and to live your life. But people have a right to have their opinions about what you put on display. And if they don't like it and they believe that it's not the right thing for you to be doing. When you talk about building your brand, I don't know how you can argue that, Tori. The clock's ticking toward midnight, and there's Angel Reese in a jaw-dropping dress, ready to ring in 2025. But her fans? They weren't exactly thrilled with this show. Reese posted this video on Instagram, probably thinking she'd break the internet. Instead, it backfired big time. The backlash came fast and hard. We're talking comments that'd make anyone cringe. Even her diehard fans were like, "What were you thinking?" That's when you know my daughters are fully aware. Daddy had better damn well not see an outfit like that on social media. Nah. I ain't judging Angel Reese. Live your life. I'm talking about my daughters. I promise you. I better not see that. They could be in college, in LA, in Boston, or anywhere in between. Daddy would drop the mic, hop in the car, on the plane, or wherever. That ain't gonna happen. You see, I'm not having it. That's me. So, what got everyone so worked up? Picture Reese in a barely their dress that hardly covered anything, posing and strutting in ways that had people doing double takes. This wasn't your average New Year's outfit. It was meant to turn heads, and boy did it ever. As things heated up, Reese's social media went quiet. Then, out of nowhere, her Instagram vanished. Just like that, it was gone. She deleted her Instagram, and that's the most important part about all of this, because clearly she's uncomfortable with some of the backlash that she's getting because she deleted her Instagram. Let's be honest here. This isn't just about some dress. It's about a young athlete who might have just hurt her own image. Reese is 22, and in the sports world, that's old enough to know better. Now, everyone's wondering what's next for Reese. But before we can even catch our breath, Stephen A. Smith steps in with his take. And trust me, you'll want to hear what he has to say about Reese's New Year's surprise. You know it's serious when Stephen A. Smith enters the chat. And boy, did he have some thoughts about Angel Reese's New Year stunt. Smith didn't just comment. He went full disappointed dad mode on Reese. Let's break down his reaction, because it's a doozy. First off, Smith called out Reese's hypocrisy faster than you can say double standard. He pointed out that's going to leave a mark. But wait, there's more. Smith wasn't about to let Reese off the hook that easily. Here's where it gets interesting. Smith decided to play a little game of compare and contrast. Guess who came up as the shining example of how to handle your brand? None other than Caitlin Clark. Yeah, that Caitlin Clark. The one who's been busy crushing it on and off the court, without a hint of controversy. Here's what I have a problem with, Tori. Angel Reese. In doing the things that she has done, let's face reality. She's going to be attached to Caitlin Clark to some degree. If Angel Reese had never waved her hand in her face when LSU was beat in Iowa for, in the Final Four of the national championship. If that hadn't happened, Angel Reese's name might not be as big. Smith didn't pull any punches when he said, but what's not debatable is the fact that Caitlin Clark has handled her branding extremely well. Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching your head and wondering what the hell she's doing.
Like that.
Photo right there. Talk about a slam dunk of a comparison. Clark's out here building an empire while Reese is, well, you know. But here's the thing. Smith's criticism goes deeper than just a flashy photo. He's questioning Reese's priorities.
Is she
an athlete or an influencer? Can she be both? It's like watching a high-stakes game of identity. Tug of war. And right now, Reese seems to be losing. You have to be cognizant that no matter how you step out of your house, you are now Angel Reese. And you will always be picked apart. Unfortunately, it comes with the crown. You're a queen. You're beautiful, you know, so you just have to remember that. If you're not ready for the heat, then, you know, you just got to be mindful that what comes with it. You have to be mindful with what comes with it. Smith's guests chimed in, adding fuel to the fire. Their take? Reese is desperate for attention. Any attention. It's like she's playing a game of notice me, while the rest of the sports world is trying to focus on actual games. Not a great look if you ask me. Now, here's where it gets real. Smith suggests this could affect Reese's WNBA career. Are teams watching? You bet your bottom dollar they are. He hit the nail on the head when he said when you do stuff like that and draw attention to yourself, that can be problematic for you. It might have been a right or a wrong decision depending on what she feels or what other people
feel.
I'm just saying that what's inescapable is that it's going, even though she's not Caitlin Clark, she's going to be reminded she's not Caitlin Clark with every good thing that Caitlin Clark does, because that was her number one nemesis in a lot of people's eyes. Number one. Let's be real for a second. In the world of pro sports, your reputation isn't just about what you do on the court. It's about how you carry yourself off it too. Thanks for watching the full video and also subscribe to the channel.